With a set of irons in this video, we're going to take a look at review that are under £500 and claim to be as good as the TaylorMade P790s. Okay, so direct-to-consumer irons are becoming more and more popular. We've seen more brands do it. This is the Caley, it's a 01T iron. First impressions look really good. The advantages maybe of the direct-to-consumer model is price is a lot cheaper. You won't see any tour players though playing these. You won't see a huge spend out on tour, hence why the price to you guys is much less. But is the quality sacrificed? We're going to maybe take a look in this particular video. So these are going to come in at 40 pitching wedge at £499. If you want them fitted, and we're going to talk a little bit about this later in the video, they're £549, so slightly more expensive to have them fitted, but there is some maybe a caveat to that, which again we're going to go through. So we're going to test it, we're going to have a look at it, and we're going to put it up against the heavyweight in this category, the player's distance iron, which is the TaylorMade P790, and maybe just compare the premium brand up against the direct-to-consumer Caley. So there's the first hit of the Caley, the 01T iron. First impressions, it feels quite good. The sound is very good actually. Good strike there. Now I am going to say these are not fitted for me. They are standard length, a standard lie, KBS tall light shaft in them. So they aren't obviously perfect for me. So maybe not going to see as much speed out of me because I obviously have my irons a little bit longer, touch more upright and slightly thicker grips. But these sent to me as standard. So I'm going to test them as standard, but I'm going to do exactly the same in the P790 standard spec. So first impressions with this Caley 01T iron. So this is in that player's distance category. First impressions look pretty sleek, you know, very clean across the back, a little bit of a polished chrome look to it, simple logoing on there. And to be honest, sat behind that golf ball, it's a really nice shape, you know, tiny bit of offset, medium sort of top line, nice real sort of shape to the head, quite compact. So first impressions, pretty decent. Now this is a hollow construction iron and is lofting with 7 iron at 30 degrees, which is pretty typical in that category. A little bit pulley up the left side, and that was a touch low in the face, but again, the sound off that is quite good for a hollow construction iron. It's not as clicky as maybe some, sounds quite muted. And we're seeing a relative bit of technology in this iron. We're seeing some sort of leading edge relief, trail leaf on the sole, helping with turf interaction. We've got a thin face for maximising ball speed. We've got some tungsten weighting in there. So we're seeing all these maybe the buzzwords that we sort of see in terms of other brands in technology, helping maybe with forgiveness and distance. And to be honest, that does feel pretty good off the club face. That does surprise me a little bit. I was expecting that to be quite clicky, but it feels quite soft. It feels quite muted on the sound. So just looking at the Caley website and the buying process, and this is something I want to talk to you about, some advantages and maybe some disadvantage of this direct-to-consumer concept. So you're going to buy a 40 pitch wedge, that's it. There's no other choice there. You can't buy a 6 to wedge, you know, if you don't like your longer irons, you're a bit limited, so maybe a slight negative on that front. The price point is obviously a positive, you know, £499 for a set of irons, that's standard spec. No alterations to that. Obviously very attractive, isn't it? You know, with the premium brands are now, probably similar sets are over £1,000 now, aren't they? If you want them fitted, there's £50 extra, which isn't a lot of money, so still very sort of cheap at £549. But, and this is the big thing for me as a club fitter, is you're going to have to sort of fit yourself. The options are very limited, so the types of grips that are offering are very limited. The types of shafts are a little bit limited. Lie angle, you can change upright, flatter. Obviously shaft length you can change, but again, you're going to have to fit yourself unless you go and pay for a fitting, get some information to then do that. But ultimately, you're going to fit yourself. And the other big maybe negative for me is you can't go into your local store, pick these up and try them. So you really are buying blind. But can you take that risk because the price is a lot less? That's obviously for you to make that decision. Your bigger brands, huge array of shaft options. You can come in, you can try them, compare them against other brands maybe as well, against your own clubs, see some TrackMan numbers. Obviously you can't do that with this particular iron. Oh, that's a nice shot. Beautiful ball flight, to be fair. It does, and I mean, I must admit, I'm quite impressed with that. It feels fantastic, the flight looks good. Probably spins where I probably am typically with this sort of lofted iron, to be honest. Okay, so push comments down below. Let me know your thoughts. Are you a golfer that has a set of direct-to-consumer irons? Have you got some Caley irons in your bag? I'd love to hear your thoughts of the process there. Did you get them fitted? Did you fit yourself? Are they good? Are you enjoying them? Is it worth the money, or would you prefer to go into that proper sort of fitting experience, maybe obviously with the bigger brands? Let me know your thoughts down below. Right, so I'm now going to hit some with the heavyweight in this players distance category, the TaylorMade P790. We've had many generations of the 790, probably one of TaylorMade's best selling irons and hugely popular, packed with technology as we expect from TaylorMade. So I'm just going to run and hit a few shots here. I'm not going to show you every single ball flight, but then we're going to compare some numbers at the end. So look of the iron, maybe just in comparison to the Caley there, is it's a little bit blockier on that top edge, very similar on the blade length. Shaping's quite similar, just a little bit that top edge, a little bit squarer look, maybe not quite as rounded as the other. That's a nice strike, good ball flight. Slightly higher pitch maybe on the sound on that shot. Okay, so there's some shots with the P790, built exactly the same as the Caley there. Same shaft, same length, same lie, same grip, everything exactly the same. Let's go and check a few numbers out. So quick look at the dispersion rings, the white being the Caley, the yellow being the TaylorMade. So front to back winner there in terms of consistency is definitely the TaylorMade. And then when I think we look at the numbers, we can see club head speed just a fraction quicker with the TaylorMade there, to be honest. As I say, the makeup was exactly the same, wasn't trying to hit that any harder. The ball speed just obviously a little bit more, maybe a little bit with that ball speed, club head speed gives us a little bit more ball speed. So ball speed comparison probably quite similar there, to be fair, as an average, 121.9 against 119, bearing in mind there's a 1 mile an hour or 1.5 mile an hour difference of club head speed. Launch pretty identical as expected because the loft's exactly the same. I think it's 30.5 with the TaylorMade, which it is, and 30, so it's half a degree difference, which is hardly anything. Big difference of the spin, exactly the same shaft, more consistent on the spin as well. You maybe just see the Caley just jumps around a little bit. So distance-wise, 169. See the longest there with the TaylorMade, 172 to the shortest of 164.9. Obviously, my strike is going to play that part in there. So quite a tight front-to-back dispersion, which we saw on the dispersion rings. With the Caley there, you can see 166 up to maybe 177. So a little bit of a longer front to back dispersion as the spin numbers just change around a little bit, as per my strike just changes around a little bit as well. So smashes both at 137. So very somewhat similar numbers. Maybe the TaylorMade is just edging it, more consistent for me. But that Caley is a great looking iron and it does feel good as well. Okay, so it probably just begs the question there, 549 fitted. Bear in mind you have to fit these yourself, you can't try them beforehand. That's maybe the huge negative for me in this type of direct to consumer market, up against the TaylorMade. Premium price, you know, literally double the price of these, but you've got more options. You can go and try them, you can go and test them. Let me know your thoughts as always. Appreciate you watching the video and hopefully we'll catch you all very soon.